Hey everybody, welcome back to the Budget Bladesman. The blade we're going to be looking at today is the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. This is going to be an overview of the entire line. We will go over some of the specifics of this specific model. This is the 555, which is the sheep's foot version, as you can see the blade there. So we'll go over the specs and then we'll get started. Okay, so we are looking at an overall length of 6.78 inches, and again, the specs are going to be for all the different Mini Griptilian variants. The blade length is 2.91 inches. The blade thickness is 0.10 inches, so it's a very thin blade. It's coming in pretty light as well. It's under the ounce an inch, coming at 2.56 ounces. And like I said, this particular model, the 555, is the sheep's foot blade. And this is the previous generation, so this is actually 154 cm steel. If we flip it over, you can kind of see, like I said, it's not super visible because this is a used knife. The new generation are S30V steel, so just keep that in mind. We close this up. This is tip up only, but it is right hand and left hand, so it is ambidextrous. And this is a full ambidextrous knife because of the axis lock, as you can see there. So our locking mechanism, and it's easy to access for lefties and righties. Like I said, this version, because it is the sheep's foot, has the thumb hole opening. The drop point, which is, different blade shape, has thumb studs instead of the thumb hole opening. And like I said again, this is a axis lock. These are polymer handles. This is made in the USA, and if we can pull this up here, you can kind of see right under there, Benchmade, then you see USA, and again, the model number of this particular one is 555. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out some of our comparison knives. Also, just so you know, we are looking at a price point of $105 for this version. So first off, we'll pull out our K-Bar dozer. We pull out our dozer here, and you can see that the dozer is not a very big knife, but even by comparisons, it's a little bit bigger than the Griptilian, Mini Griptilian here. If you look at blade length, and you can see, go on top, it's pretty close. The dozer is just a tad bit longer. Overall profile, it looks like the dozer is actually quite a bit bigger. And then we'll also pull out our Gripper flat iron here, and you're going to see this looks substantially bigger than that. So you can see right here, the Mini Griptilian here is substantially smaller. We go end to end, and then we go blade length. There's going to be a bit of a difference, of course, because of that finger choil, but if we go just blade to blade, you can see the difference there. All right, let's get these closed up, and we'll get these into the shorts and check it and see how they ride in the pocket. All right, so here we have our shorts. Okay, let's get these right in. You can see it slides in pretty easy, but you can definitely tell that it is a knife. This is the standard version of pocket clip that comes with the Griptilian, but you can email Benchmade and they will send you the deep ride carry pocket clip. They used to send it to you free of charge. I don't know if they charge now for that, but I know they used to send it free of charge. Okay, we can get our hand in there. Again, plenty of room in there. I'll pull out the pocket here. You see, this is the tip, so you have tons of room in there. You get your phone, your wallet, your multi-tool, whatever you need to get in there. You have plenty of room to get in there with the knife as well. So just a couple more things about this knife real quick. There have been some complaints about this knife in the past. I've heard plenty of people saying about it not being really well centered. This one happens to be pretty well centered, maybe off ever so slightly to the clip side. I will say the one thing I have noticed, like I said, this isn't a used version, but I did purchase a Tanto version recently that have now since been discontinued. And even on the Tanto version, there was kind of this issue right here where you can kind of see these two dots. So this is kind of where the when the handles got pulled out of the mold, for whatever reason, there was a void in the mold, and it kind of left those two marks right there. And it was even more pronounced in the Tanto version. I actually sent that knife back. This is the fourth version of the Mini Griptilian I've had. I've had the drop point half serrated. I've had two different Tanto ones, and I've had the sheep's foot. I've also had the regular Griptilian and the sheep's foot as well. So I've had a few different one of these, and I've never had an issue as far as centering or blade play or anything like that. But like I said, there is that little bit of an aesthetic, and I have heard on different forums and stuff that sometimes the blade centering, again, you can see right there, that the blade centering can be an issue. Also, I do know that the other thing is that the Omega springs that actuate the axis lock here can sometimes be a little bit brittle, and they will break on occasion. Focus, there we go. So you can kind of see, you can kind of very ever so slightly see the spring there, but that is an issue at times as well. There are a couple other versions, or not versions, but there are a couple other $100 knives that are made in the USA that we're going to be looking at in the future. Just kind of give you an idea of maybe what something you're going to want to look at. Again, the current versions now is this, the sheep's foot, and they have it in this just the plain satin finish, and then they also have a coated blade. They also have the drop point and in this, and then I believe they still sell this drop point in the half serrated, and they sell it in the satin and the coated as well. The Tanto versions were recently discontinued, I believe, in October or November of last year, so they no longer sell those versions. So basically, you're looking at this or the drop point version. Again, thank you guys for coming by checking this out, and we'll catch you next time.